What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cal bringing you another video on the channel today, baby. So today's gonna be a little bit of a reflection video, and I want to speak directly from my own experience. All right, and so anyone who knows me, anyone who's really been in contact with me, like I said, genuinely has gained a sufficient amount of information and can relate to me on a personal level, such as like a friendship, such as a relationship, knows that I am social, right? But I'm a introverted extrovert. I don't even know what the hell that means, but I spend a lot of time to myself, and that's when I feel I thrive the best. But I feel as though I can be very social, right? I'm a very social person. And for me, this past week, I have just been primarily extroverted. And it has caused me to realize that when I'm in particular situations with other individuals, that I tend to gravitate more towards the collective beliefs, values, and I guess you could even say morals of whatever group I'm in, right? So I'm back at campus, I'm back on school, doing training for my job, and I've noticed over these past couple days, I've received a great deal of recognition and acknowledgement for, the achievements I've had in school, and also just like my self-care throughout my life. And if any one of you guys is watching this video right now, such as Grace, such as just anybody who's really, said something to me, I'm truly grateful and thankful for everything you said, because honestly, a lot of times I feel as though I don't even recognize that self within myself. Like, I don't give myself enough credit. I'm too busy just focusing on what's next rather than what I already have. And so for me, that a lot of times caused me to think negative about myself. So that was just a little side tangent, but anyways, human beings, nearly all human beings I know want to be acknowledged and recognized for their hard work, right? There can obviously be people out there that do not want to be recognized and they're just constantly humble, but a lot of the things we do, we want people to recognize that. We want people to see that, right? And I've always had this kind of intuitive force within me say that, like, man, I really hope people can see my hard work on YouTube. I really hope people can acknowledge what I'm doing, because then I feel validated. And so through this kind of need, through this kind of want, we can see that we want external validation. And within us, due to that need, due to that want, we lack something within ourselves. And I think over this past couple of days, I've really recognized and acknowledged within myself that I have this belief that I need external validation, right? I need people to recognize my achievements. I need people to recognize, I guess you could say, my self-image. Examples can be like that I work out, that I'm a good friend, that I'm a good person to be around. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with these things. But when you get intertwined within them and you place so much of your attention on them, in the same process you forget your own self-worth, right? And you forget that you are powerful beyond measure. This is when things start to get a little hazy and things start to get a little bit, in a sense, kind of like an illusion. Because yes, these acknowledgments, these recognizations of other people, like I said earlier, I am extremely grateful for them. But I also realize that I want that validation, but then when I get that validation, I don't feel satisfied, right? I feel kind of bad because I don't want to be that person, or that douche that people see, like, oh God, Cal's winning. I don't know really how to describe it, but if you can kind of catch my gist, being like, oh, I'm above others. That is not what I want, right? But at the same time, I want that recognition. So it's kind of like this paradoxical force. What do I really want? What do I really want? And I've got to ask myself this. I don't know what I really want. Do I want to be recognized? Do I want to stay humble and keep grinding, no attention? Because don't get me wrong, I thrive when attention's not on me. Ask yourself this question. Do you want validation from others? The answer should be yes, right? Because you are a human being. You are a social being. You want to fit in. You want to have friends. At least most people. Like, I want to have friends. I want to have a relationship one day. I want to have kids. Like, I want to have a circle around me that's growing, that's blossoming, that's flourishing. But why is it when we finally get what we think we want, it's not satisfying? And I think This is the trap that we fall into with external validation, right? We have to find that validation within ourselves. We have to find that worthiness within ourselves, right? And this can be done through meditation. This can be done through exercise. Focusing on your own attention within the moment here and now. Because the fact that you are in existence right now as a human being with this natural intelligence that you have as a being, as an organism, is 1 in trillions, right? And it may not appear like that on the surface, right? And these, I guess you could say, quests to complete things, complete goals and standards is more important and more prevalent and significant within your life, because when you place your attention on it, it feels, you can feel it more, right? Rather than realizing, okay, I'm in existence right here, right now on this planet, and I'm whole and complete, and all these amazing things about me that I don't even realize. You're so desensitized towards them, but we're more sensitized towards that validation. And I think that is where that lies. We're more sensitized towards it. But why does it not match up? Why does what I think I want, and then when I finally get what I want, not match up? And I'm not saying this happens all the time. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, when I complete something, like, I am happy, right? I'm satisfied. But I'm just talking in this sense about validation, recognition, right? This could be with YouTubers, getting subscribers, right? They finally reach their milestone. They're like, what's next? They're always looking to the future. And we've got to realize that this world is spontaneously changing. And when you have a mindset, I talked about this on the podcast with Cole, that is designated and, I guess you could say, centered around, okay, once everything out there is okay, everything in here will be okay, right? The soul says, once everything in here is good, everything out there will flow. The more you let go, the more you let in. And it's crazy because that statement is so true. Everything flows through our attention. Like everything I was talking about earlier, right? Such as validation, such as wants, such as desires, really anything that shows up in your conscious field flows through your attention. So if you can take a step back and realize that underlying formless awareness or consciousness or attention, whatever you want to call it, energy, that content, that social patterns, that behaviors, habits, forces within you show up, you can realize your true worth. And honestly, I know this video is kind of all over the place, but this is something I have been thinking about over the past couple days, and I feel like it can really help someone who may be going through the same thing as me. Like, over these past couple days, I haven't been able to meditate. I haven't been able to go within as much. But it's also, it's almost like a blessing in disguise, because I'm always at home, right? I had a routine. Had a comfort zone that I would meditate 2-3 times a day, right? And I was always going within myself, always focusing on my awareness. And within these past couple days, I've been having a lot of thoughts. I've been identifying with a lot of thoughts, right? And I've let that dictate my reality. So being able to see the difference will allow you from moving, like, okay, I was at home, what I was used to, moving to something I wasn't used to see new things about myself that I was not aware of previously. And so I'm aware that I have a lack within me, right? And I'm not saying that lack is incomplete. I'm not saying there's anything wrong or right about that lack. It is what it is. It's there. But I can recognize that and move towards a more preferable state. And so, with that being said, love yourself because I love you, baby. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions down below. I know I can get kind of all philosophical and I can become very confusing sometimes. So let me break it down for you nice and simple in the comments. And yeah, love yourself because I love you, baby. And yeah, peace the fuck out.